Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for a new book from Marvel Comics. This is Marvel Voices Avengers #1. Let's take a look at the creative teams of all these stories. So we have multiple stories here. We have an introduction by David Bittencourt. We have an Iron Man story, Stark Reminder by Ukrash Ambukor, Taram Goyu, and Michael Bartolo. We also have Who Will Lead Us by Angelique Roche. We also have Lessons Learned by Justina Ireland, Karen Debro on Pencils and Inks, and Ceci de la Cruz on Colors. A Time Will Come by Luciano Vecchio. Homeland Security, which is maybe the Robbie Regis, uh, Robbie Reyes by Jason Concepcion, Moises Hidalgo, and Brian Valenza on Colors. We have an interview with writer Al Ewing by Angelique Roche. Again, so two things with the same creator. And then last but not least, we have A Day at the Museum by Robbie Thompson and Sid Coiton with Adriano Benedetti on inks, Juancho Velez on colors. We have a Travis Lanham on letters for the whole issue. So, and also check out marvel.com/voices for interviews with the creators. Very cool stuff. So in this book, and then there came a day unlike any other when Earth's mightiest heroes from all walks of life unite against a common threat. Join a team of Marvel's finest creators, from veterans to new recruits full of potential, for four tremendous tales of Earth's mightiest heroes. Don't miss out on the latest anthology from the Marvel Voices series. I'm a big fan of these Voices series. I think it's a fun way to accomplish multiple things. First of all, tell multiple stories about maybe some underutilized characters. Um, get some stories from more diverse characters, depending on the theme of the book. Also, introduce the world to new creators, like they mentioned, and also maybe just kind of bring back uh, a legendary creator every once in a while to work on a character they may not have had a chance to. So, really cool stuff. I really like these. I'm interested to see one about the Avengers because we definitely have a pretty interesting roster. Marvel dropped a trailer that I did a little video for. You can check that out on the channel. But let's look at some of the preview art real quick. And yeah, here we have the Iron Man story. We have a story with Spectrum, Monica Rambeau. I guess maybe she's going by Photon at this moment. We have the Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes story. Really cool to see. I really miss Robbie being on some like an ongoing title. So it's really nice to see Robbie back. And of course, we have A Day at the Museum, which I believe this is the I don't know I don't know what the character is on this one. But we also it is Captain America. These pages are both for the same story. So very cool stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I love these anthologies. If any of the stories really stand out, I'll probably do a short video. I've been doing that with anthology books where, like, if something pops out of me, I'll do one of those shorts that are 60 seconds as opposed to a full review. So stay tuned for that. Of course, really cool covers for this book. Let me know which one you end up picking up. And as Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for Thunderbolts #1. This is a new book from Marvel Comics, written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, with Geraldo Borges on art, colors by Arthur Hesley, and letters by Joe Sabino. In this issue, a revolution is coming. Bucky Barnes, the Revolution, just inherited a mountain of covert intel. Go check out the latest Captain America run for all the information on that. And he has one objective: justice. Like lightning, he's going after the establishment, the people no one else is willing to or able to take down, and he'll do whatever it takes to win, teaming up with the mysterious Contessa Valentina de Allegra de Fontaine. Bucky assembles a team of Black Ops heavy hitters to pursue high profile targets like the Red Skull, Kingpin, and even Doctor Doom himself. No one is safe from the Thunderbolt. It's interesting because Kingpin is right now, being really helpful in some kind of uneasy alliance with the X-Men. So I'll be wondering how that plays out. Maybe the X-Men might interfere, or maybe they'll get into some scraps with the Thunderbolts. Really cool stuff. Herald of Warheads, I've seen some of their art before. I really like it. I think it really fits a spy type of thriller, kind of like this. So let's go take a look at some of the preview art. And as you can see here, we have the meeting of Bucky and the Contessa. That's a mouthful of a name, but yeah. And just kind of the story moving along very quickly. I really like Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly on a book. I think they're very talented writers. And I've been pretty much keeping up with everything that they've been doing, except the Guardians of the Galaxy run. I'm waiting for that one to kind of come to a conclusion to go back and check it out. So yeah, really interesting stuff. Amazing covers, of course. You can check those at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that, and let me know which one you ended up picking up. Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a preview for the Sentry #1. This is a new book from Marvel Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Jason Liu with art by Luigi Sagaria, Arthur Hesley on colors, letters by Joe Caramagna, Ben Harvey on cover, and of course there's plenty of covers that we'll see later on. This is the Legacy Part 1. In this issue, who will be the new Sentry? The Sentry is dead. Where did that happen? I need to go back and check that out. If you know where the Sentry died, let me know down in the comments. But ordinary people all over the world are suddenly manifesting his powers and experiencing snippets of Bob Reynolds' memories. Will one of them survive long enough to emerge as the new Sentry, or will the newfound power destroy them? When Misty Knight and Jessica Jones cross paths in search of answers, they open an investigation that will change everything you know about the Sentry. What a cool premise. I didn't know what the premise was going to be. I didn't know Misty Knight and Jessica Jones were going to be involved. I am 100% into this book now. I was already going to read it. I love the Sentry. I think it's a very interesting character. And just the cover alone evoked a lot of like mystery, because why is there so many people wearing kind of like Sentry type of gear? So that, I'll tell you this, that was a great cover. It got me from the get-go, but now even reading the synopsis, I'm even more interested now. So let's take a look at some of the preview art. Luigi Casaria, fantastic artist. I recognize the name. I can't point at a book at the top of my head, but yeah, this is really cool stuff. Like I said, I love seeing Misty Knight, Jessica Jones, kind of show back up, because it's been a little while since I've read a book with both of them in it. So that's always fun. Reminds me of the good old Netflix days. And yeah, here we see some people manifesting the powers. I love how surprised they are. The Sentry's powers are so, first of all, very powerful, but also just so mysterious in like the way they happen and they evolve. Yeah, very interested now in this book. Like, it's moved up quite a few rungs of the top of my pile. So, and of course, magnificent covers. They're doing a lot of Nightmare variants by Peach Momoko, which are amazing. So let me know which one you end up picking up. This book has some really good ones. I might end up picking up multiples of the Sentry. Hopefully I can find some of those at my shop. So hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for the Invincible Iron Man #13. This is a new book from Marvel Comics. Let's take a look at the synopsis real quick before we get into this book. At the creative team before we get into this book. This book is written by Gary Duggan with Juan Frigeri, Brian Valenza on colors, and letters by Joe Caramagna. This book has been one of my favorite ongoings. Gary Duggan just working on both this and the X-Men book. Really interesting stuff. So in this issue, Iron Man and Emma Frost go intergalactic. Iron Man has become the X-Men's worst nightmare. Without a company, without his armory, how can Tony Stark make things right? The answers might lie beyond Earth. So I think when they mean that is just that the Iron Man that now belongs to Orchis, right? They pretty much bought out the company. So that's kind of what that means. So let's take a look at some of the preview. We don't have a lot. I was saying in the X-Men preview that Marvel usually doesn't give a lot of pages when it's a Gary Duggan story, because Gary manages to just pack so much story into it. Maybe they would be giving away too much. So, but here you can see some of the art. Really cool stuff. I'm really enjoying this book. and I can't wait to see what happens next. So very, very excited about that. So if Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a preview for X-Men number 29. This is a new book by Gary Duggan, with art by Joshua Cassara, colors by Marte Gracia, letters by Clayton Cowles, and as you can see, Doom is back. If you read the last issue, you know that the mutants are in Latveria, and Doom is up to some shenanigans. I will tell you this: Marvel is usually pretty stingy with the preview pages for the X-Men book. I think Gary Duggan, and like it's managing to like just condense so much story into each page that they don't want to give away too much. I feel like there are multiple storylines always going on in the X-Men book, so they really only show you one, and I think that's why there's so little pages, because they would have to show you like both of the stories that they're touching on. But that's fine. We know Doom's here. I've been really loving this Gary Duggan run. Joshua Casares for fantastic artists on X-Men especially. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the preview art. And as we can see, we see Charles, we see Moira. This looks like a flashback. And then, as you can see, in Krakoa, because Magneto's also around. And now we have Doom wearing some kind of cerebral apparatus. We know that a lot of mutants fled to Latveria under the protection of Doom after everything that happened at the Hellfire Gala. So this is going to be very interesting. Why is this group of mutants working with Doctor Doom? Doctor Doom is one of my favorite characters. I just love. When he's well written, he's one of the best. So very excited for this. As always, amazing covers at the end of the video, which we'll get to see. Let me know which one you end up picking up. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And make sure to share, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, ring the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.